Yo, what up, everybody? So we got another video today where RFK completely humbles Pocahontas. I won't say the most, there are quite a few insufferable Democrats, but nobody knows who they are. She's probably one of the most well-known insufferable, Democrats. But now that she's backing a socialist in New York, she is like basically their poster child now, because she's the only one that's come out to actually endorse Mom Dami, besides, AOC, who her first investors, the first people that endorsed AOC and put money behind her were two Israelis. Isn't that funny? Anyways, so we have this clip here, and I don't know how. I know you have to have a level of decorum when you're in Congress and all that. I just don't get how they can put up with these people. The people that are in the Democrat Party right now that are their representatives are some of the most unhinged, unlikable, insufferable people that I think anyone's ever seen. Only like these cringe boomer white liberals like these people. You know what I mean? And it's like these are the people that are giving them the lowest rating ever in the history of the Democrats ever. Let's get into this.
Last November, while you were under consideration to become Secretary of Health and Human Services, Mr. Kennedy, you said, quote, "If vaccines are working for somebody, I'm not going to take them away." No exceptions, no ifs, ands, or buts. You would not take away vaccines from anyone who wanted them. Then last week, you announced that the COVID-19 vaccine is no longer approved for healthy people under the age of 65. In announcing the change, you said the vaccine will be available for anyone who wants it. Now, obviously, both things cannot be true at the same moment. So let's clear this up right now, Secretary Kennedy. Will you tell America that all adults and all children over 6 months of age are eligible to get a COVID booster?
Why would you give a 6-month-old baby a coof shot? Why would you do that? These people are insane, dude.
At their local pharmacy today.
Anybody can get the booster.
I'm sorry?
Anybody can get it, Senator.
Anybody. So you're saying that is now the official rule of HHS. Anybody is eligible to get a booster by just walking into the pharmacy.
It's not recommended for healthy people.
No.
Yeah.
If you don't recommend, then the consequence of that in many states.
These people, they hate science. They think science is what we find is the end-all be-all. If you want to piss a lefty off, ask them, what's the first rule of the scientific method? I guarantee you, just do it. Just do it. If you ever start talking about vaccinations and stuff, ask them that. Say, what's the first rule of the scientific method?
Is that you can't walk into a pharmacy and get one. It means insurance companies don't have to cover the $200 or so cost. As Senator Dr. Cassidy said, you are effectively denying people vaccines.
We're not going to recommend a product for which there's no clinical data for that indication. Is that what I should be doing?
What you should be doing is honoring your promise that you made when you were looking to get confirmed in this job.
What does this mean?
And that is, you promised that you would not take away vaccines from anyone who wanted them.
Bird hands. Just listen to, do what I'm saying. Do what I'm saying. Can't you see me making the bird hands? Why are you not doing what I'm saying?
Just change the classification of the COVID vaccine.
I'm not taking them away from people, Senator.
It takes it away if you can't get it from your pharmacist.
Well, most Americans are going to be able to get it from their pharmacy for free. Most Americans will be able to get it from their pharmacy for free.
The question is everyone who wants it. That was your promise.
No, I didn't. I never promised that I was going to recommend products for which there is no indication.
When you said...
Boom. He's not going to recommend products that they don't have enough information on. She wants him to recommend vaccines that we don't have enough information and data on. What is the controversy here? And now libtards are going and getting as like quadruple vaxxed as they can because they're afraid he's going to take it away. He's not taking anything away. You can get whatever you want. He's come out and said multiple times that he believes in vaccinations. Like, this is a non-story. She's just gonna get exposed.
You've taken $855,000 from pharmaceutical companies, Senator.
Did you?
You work for them. That's why you want the vaccines in there. You are an employee for the Big Pharma. You are Big Pharma's #1 player. Look, this is the screenshot right here. Oh, dude. This is a screenshot. I gotta bookmark this. Look at that face. This is the face of Big Pharma right here. Get as many vaccines as you can for your children, please, so I can get another paycheck. She deflects the question, by the way.
Big sign saying that you were lying when you said that, because you are the one who said you would not take them away. Now, Senator,
I'm not taking them away from anybody.
Secretary,
you want me to indicate a product for which there is no clinical data?
Exactly.
Secretary Kennedy.
That's how these vaccines get pushed through so fast, because these people are all working together, and now that the deep state is getting removed, they can't get these vaccines approved as fast as they normally want. Remember the what was it, Oxycontin? Remember how that whole story went? They rushed the clinical trials for all those and said it wasn't addictive. Remember that? They paid out like $850 billion settlements. These people are crooks, and they're trying to do something right by the people. But she works for Big Pharma. These people, when you vote for her, you're voting for Big Pharma.
You said you wouldn't, and now you did.
I'm not taking them away. Everybody can get access to them.
No, they can't walk into a pharmacy the way they could last month and get access.
We don't need it.
It depends on the state. It depends on the states.
A year ago,
but they can still get it. Everybody can get it. Everybody can get it, Senator.
So look, let's move on. You clearly are taking away vaccines. I've seen the list for what's coming up next, and that is the agenda for the next CDC vaccine panel. And first up is ratifying your COVID actions. Second,
do you see how they frame their own narrative? Even though it's not true, she frames her own narrative, has no proof, and then just keeps deflecting when he says, we're not doing that. Like, what are you talking about? But they can't get it like they could last. They can get it. They can get it. They're not taking it away.
Is hepatitis B is on the agenda. So should Americans expect you to take away hepatitis vaccine access as well, even though you promised not to?
As I said, I'm not taking vaccines away from anybody.
Okay, same answer, right? You're just going to deny that when people can't get access, that you're not taking it away. Then let me ask you, is that the same game you're going to play with me?
You want me to recommend every product in the world?
No,
so that without any clinical trial data.
Through on your promises.
Yeah, my promise was to give.
A month ago, we could get COVID vaccines by just walking.
You can still get COVID vaccines, Senator.
You are taking that away.
No, you are still. You can still get the COVID vaccines, and Medicare will still pay for them, and Medicaid will still pay.
She's a lunatic.
The CDC. That if she refused to sign off on your changes to the childhood vaccine schedule, that she had to resign.
No, I told her that she had to resign because I asked her, are you a trustworthy person? And she said no. So if you had an employee who told you they weren't trustworthy, would you ask them to resign, Senator?
So I'm sorry, but this is not what she has said publicly. She has said
I'm not surprised about that.
So you're saying she's lying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every conversation I had with her, there were witnesses.
Let me get this straight. This is the same person that less than a month earlier, you stood next to her and described her as unimpeachable, and you had full confidence in her, and that you had full confidence in her scientific credentials. And in a month, she became a liar?
Yeah, you should ask her what changed. And by the way, a month ago, you were voting against her. Because you thought she was either incompetent, ineligible, or unsuited to the task.
See, they didn't want her. Elizabeth Pocahontas voted against her getting confirmed. And because she got fired, she's trying to use her as a prop for her own agenda. Dude, it must suck to be a libtard right now.
I voted against her because I was afraid she was going to bend the knee to you and Donald Trump. And it looks like she didn't bend the knee, so you fired her. Look, you're putting America...
Puts her own narrative in there. Wait. You didn't want her, and now, wait, she didn't bend the knee, so, okay, which one is it? You didn't want her either way, so you got what you wanted. Why are you unhappy about that? What the... Dude...
Babies' health at risk, all Americans' health at risk, and you should resign.
I don't know how they do this, but that was the one that went the most viral. Bernie Sanders is just like incoherent. Like the guy that's yapping about millionaires until he became one, and then he switched it to billionaires. I think he's starting to lose his mind because the Democrats cucked him so hard in the primaries over and over again. But leave a like, let me know what you think, and make fun of libtards in the comments.